Very good evening, dear students. This is your teacher Abdul Rahman, and in the previous class we have studied about the steady flow energy equation and we have derived the steady flow energy equation for flow process. One thing I want to remind you, student, that we have studied non-flow process and flow process. In which I have told you that in non-flow process there are reversible and irreversible process. In reversible process, non-flow process also means it is applied to closed system. And in reversible process, we have studied ideal gas processes like isobaric, isochoric, adiabatic, isothermal, polytropic. All the processes are ideal gas process, reversible process. In irreversible process, non-flow irreversible process, the example of non-flow irreversible process is free expansion. And what is free expansion? I will tell you later. And the work done in the reversible process, non-flow reversible process, work done in reversible process is integration P dV. You know that. Actually, it is something which has been left. So I am telling you this. In flow process, we have studied a steady flow energy equation that is reversible, and the irreversible process example is throttling. Means for open system, irreversible process example is throttling process. That is, free expansion is also irreversible and throttling is also irreversible. But it is applied to closed system, it is applied to open system. And we have studied a steady flow energy equation. And what is throttling process and free expansion, I will tell you if you will tell me that record a video on free expansion and throttling process, then I will record. If you will tell me in the comment box, then I will record. Now, as I have told you in previous class that for flow process there are lots of example of flow process in engineering application, and these are boiler, turbine, condenser, nozzle and compressor etc. But also I want to tell you one thing, that in flow process work done is changed. Work done formula is changed and it becomes integration minus 1 to 2 minus B d B dP. Here in flow process work done is PdV for reversible process. Here work done is integration 1 to 2 minus VdP for flow process. So this is the change. This is the difference between non-flow and flow process work done. Now you will study the application of a steady flow energy equation in engineering, and the first application is boiler. So all of you know that what is boiler. A boiler is a device which supplies heat to water and generate steam. And what are the uses of boiler? There are lots of uses of boiler, and the uses of the boiler in the power plant, in the food sector, in the agricultural sector, in the nuclear power sector. There are lots of use of boiler which supplies heat to the water and it generates steam. So we will apply the steady flow energy equation into boiler. So I have sketched a diagram of boiler. It is a boiler. It is water and it is steam. It is water in and steam out, and heat is supplied to the system. Heat is supplied to the system. So we know that what is a steady flow energy equation. What is a steady flow energy equation? And you know that a steady flow energy equation is Q12 minus W12 बराबर change in enthalpy H2 minus H1 plus change in kinetic energy 2 minus kinetic energy 1 plus change in potential energy GZ2 minus GZ1. This is the steady flow energy equation. This is the steady flow energy equation. And we know that the boiler does not do any kind of work. So in this, work done is 0. If you suppose change in kinetic energy and change in potential energy is also 0, means there is a very little difference in the velocity and there is very little difference at the height of the inlet and the outlet, or compared to larger distance it is small, then it can be neglected. So suppose it is 0. Suppose change in kinetic energy and change in potential energy is 0. Then this equation becomes Q12 barabar, it is also 0. Q12 is equal to H2 minus H1. H2 minus H1. So we can say that in a boiler, if we supplied heat, where does the heat goes? And we can see from this equation, if we supply the heat, then the heat increases the enthalpy of the system. That means H2 is greater than H1. Here we can see that H2 minus H1. So H2 is S1. H2 is greater than H1. So the supply heat increases the enthalpy of the system. And means if the enthalpy is H1 here and outlet is H2, then the supply heat goes to increasing the total heat of the system. Means it increases the H2. So this is the boiler. Now we can see the numerical problem on this boiler. Now the second engineering application comes to, it is condenser. Condenser is a device used to condensate steam in case of steam power plant using water as a cooling medium. Means what happened in a power plant or in a refrigeration system, condenser is used. It extracts, when steam comes out from the turbine, it is very hot, so it needs to get water again. For that we have to remove the heat of the steam. So we supply a coolant in form of water and steam in. Here steam in and condensate out. And we are supplying coolant as in and coolant out. So when the coolant into the condenser, it takes the heat of steam and it becomes hot, and as a coolant it becomes hot. Hot liquids comes out as a coolant, and the steam is condensed and becomes water. So water comes out. So for the cycle in a power plant, it is very necessary. So the condenser, it is basically a device which condensates the steam. And again, for condenser, we know that the steady flow energy equation is Q12 minus W12 is equal to H2 minus H1 plus del KE plus del PE. And for condenser, also W12 is 0 because condenser does not do any kind of work. And suppose change in kinetic energy is also 0 and change in potential energy is also 0. Then what happens? The steady flow energy equation becomes, where here one very important thing we have to remember, that when the condensate comes out, it becomes cool, and when it coolants comes out from the system, it becomes hot. So heat is extracted from the system to get the condensate cool. Means that heat is given out of the system, and heat given out of the system is taken as negative. So we will take Q12 as a negative is equal to H2 minus H1. By rearranging this equation, we can write Q12 is equal to H1 minus H2. That means enthalpy decreases. Enthalpy of the system decreases because heat goes out of the system with the coolant, and heat is removed from the steam and it goes out from the system. So when the steam comes out as a condensate, its enthalpy decreases. That means if the enthalpy is H1 here, steam, and the condensate enthalpy is H2, then H2 is less than H1. So this is the condenser, and we know the steady flow energy equation becomes Q12 is equal to H1 minus H2. Now we will see a device called turbine. What is turbine? Turbine is a device which converts energy of the working substance, gas or steam, into the work in turbine. It is a insulated or no heat transfer takes place. Means this is the turbine, and it is the shaft of the turbine. It is the boundary of the system. Here gas or steam ins and gas or steam system outs. When this gas or steam goes in, it expands in the turbine and rotate the blade of the turbine, and it does some amount of work, and after expansion gas leaves the systems. That means turbine is an expansion device which on the expansion of the working substance do some work W12. Here in the turbine, the steady flow energy equation is written as can be taken as again Q12 minus W12 is equal to H2 minus H1 plus change in kinetic energy plus change in potential energy. And we can see that in the turbine no heat is supplied. That means Q12 is equal to 0. If we suppose change in kinetic energy is equal to 0 and change in potential energy is also 0, then this equation becomes minus W12 is equal to H2 minus H1. That implies that W12 is equal to H1 minus H2. This is the equation for the turbine. That means work it is done on the expense of enthalpy drop. Turbine does work on the expense of enthalpy drop. This shows the equation that enthalpy is decreasing. So enthalpy is decreased, then where does the heat goes? Heat goes to doing the work. So this is the boiler. This is the turbine, and we get the equation for applied the steady flow energy equation to boiler, condenser and turbine. Hope you have enjoyed it. Please, so this is the end for today's, because time exceeds. Please stay at home and remain healthy. Thank you very much. Please subscribe my YouTube channel and like it and comment it. Thank you.